Have you ever had an idea so brilliant, so game-changing, that you just knew it could change the world, or at least your world? But then the doubt creeps in. You don't have enough money, you don't have the right connections, you don't even know where to start. Well, let me tell you a story about a woman who had just $5,000, a wild idea, and a whole lot of rejection. This is the story of Sara Blakely, the billionaire founder of Spanx. Our story doesn't begin in a fancy boardroom or a prestigious business school. It starts in the sweltering heat of Florida with a young Sara Blakely going door to door selling fax machines. Yes, fax machines. Day in and day out, she faced rejection. Doors were literally slammed in her face. The word no became the soundtrack to her life. Most people would have quit. Most people would have let that constant stream of negativity crush their spirit. But not Sara. Every no was just a stepping stone. She was learning resilience, tenacity, and the art of not taking rejection personally. She was building the very armor she would need for the massive battle ahead. One evening, getting ready for a party, Sara faced a common frustration. She had a great pair of white pants, but couldn't find the right undergarment to wear underneath. Everything she tried left visible lines. In a moment of pure frustration and genius, she grabbed a pair of scissors and cut the feet off her control top pen. The moment she slipped them on, she knew. It wasn't perfect, but the silhouette was smooth, seamless. An idea sparked, $1 billion idea, to be exact. This wasn't just a fleeting thought, it was an obsession. For 2 years, while still selling fax machines by day, Sara spent her nights and weekends secretly working on her invention. She used her entire life savings, that $5,000 she had meticulously saved up, to chase this dream. Think about that. Not a loan from a bank, not a rich investor, but her own hard-earned money. She was betting everything on herself. She took her prototype, a creation born from scissors and sheer determination, to hosiery mills all across North Carolina. She walked into these factories, run almost exclusively by men, and pitched her footless pantyhose concept. They didn't get it. They looked at her like she was crazy. Why would anyone want this? They asked, one after another. They rejected her. They told her it would never sell. They told her it was a ridiculous idea. Can you imagine the feeling? Your life savings are on the line, and every single expert in the industry is telling you you're going to fail. This is the moment where most dreams die. This is the moment where you pack it all up and go back to the safety of your day job. But Sara's belief in her idea was unshakable. She had felt the problem herself, and she knew she had the solution. She believed when no one else did. Finally, after countless rejections, one mill owner decided to take a chance. Not because he believed in the idea, but because his daughters did. They convinced him, telling him it was a brilliant concept that they themselves would buy. That was the tiny crack of light Sara needed. With a manufacturer secured, she didn't stop there. She wrote her own patent application to save money on lawyers. She came up with the name Spanx herself, knowing that made-up words with a K sound in them were more memorable and sold better. She designed the vibrant red packaging because it would stand out on the shelves. She was a one-woman army, fueled by passion and an unwavering belief in her product. With her first batch of Spanx in hand, Sara's next challenge was getting them into stores. She managed to secure a 10-minute meeting with a buyer from Neiman Marcus. She knew this was her one shot. During the meeting, sensing she was losing the buyer's interest, Sara did something bold. She asked the buyer to follow her to the ladies' room. Right there, she changed into her own product to show her, in real time, the before and after difference. The buyer was sold. Spanx would be in 7 Neiman Marcus stores. But just getting on the shelves wasn't enough. Sara knew she had to create buzz. She called every friend she knew and asked them to go into the stores and enthusiastically buy her product. She wanted to create demand, to show the stores that people wanted Spanx. It was grassroots marketing at its finest. Then came the breakthrough moment that would change everything. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of television, named Spanx one of her favorite things. The phone lines exploded. The website crashed. In an instant, Spanx went from a niche product to a national phenomenon. The product Sara had created in her apartment, the idea that everyone had called crazy, was suddenly the hottest item in fashion. From that single mention, her company's trajectory shot straight into the stratosphere. Within a few short years, Spanx was a household name. Sara Blakely, the woman who used to sell fax machines doodle, was on the cover of Forbes magazine, crowned the world's youngest self-made female billionaire. She did it without ever taking a single dollar of outside investment. She owned 100% of her company. Her story is a powerful testament to the idea that you don't need a privileged background or a mountain of cash to succeed. What you need is an idea you believe in, the courage to pursue it, and the resilience to withstand the storm of no's that will inevitably come your way. Sara's journey teaches us so many lessons. It teaches us that rejection is not a stop sign. It's a redirection. It's feedback. It teaches us that your unique perspective as a consumer is incredibly valuable. If you are experiencing a problem, chances are millions of other people are too. Your idea matters. That frustration you feel could be the seed of the next big thing. It also shows the incredible power of believing in yourself when no one else does. The world is full of critics and skeptics. They will tell you all the reasons why something can't be done. It's your job to be your own biggest cheerleader, to have a conviction so strong that it becomes contagious. Sara didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for someone to hand her an opportunity. She created her own. She was the customer, the inventor, the marketer, the patent lawyer, and the CEO all rolled into one. Today, Sara Blakely is not just a business mogul. She's an inspiration to millions of aspiring entrepreneurs, especially women. She has dedicated a significant portion of her wealth to empowering other women through her foundation, helping them get the education and startup capital they need to pursue their own dreams. She is paying it forward, creating a legacy that extends far beyond shame. She is building a world where more women have the confidence and the resources to turn their own crazy ideas into reality. So, what's your $5,000 idea? What's that thing you can't stop thinking about? Maybe you don't have $5,000. Maybe you only have 500 or 50 or just your time and your energy. It doesn't matter. Sara Blakely's story is the ultimate proof that you don't need to have it all figured out to begin. You just need to begin. Start with what you have, right where you are. Take that first step. Make that first prototype. Make that first phone call. Your journey won't be easy. You will face rejection. You will have moments of doubt. But remember the woman who cut the feet off her pantyhose and built a billion-dollar empire. If she could do it, what's stopping you? Start with what you have. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that empowers you to chase your dreams. We'll see you in the next video.